Guns! Zombies! Today, I spent 7 days inside of Project Zomboid. Now this video is going to be a bit different than my normal videos. Today, I'm just going to spend 7 days in Project Zomboid and try to survive, and if you like this, I may push it to 30 days or 100 days, but we'll see. With that being said, let's get into it. So, I first started off by picking my occupation and my traits. For this, I picked Doctor. And then for my skills, I decided to pick Fast Reader, Outdoorsman, and finally, First Aid. Because I wanted to get pretty good at First Aid to at least, heal myself a lot. And for my name, I am Dr. Guy. I couldn't think of a better name, so this is Dr. Guy, a pretty cool guy who is also a doctor. So I started out inside of Rosewood in my house. Now, my house had quite a lot of amenities inside of it and some good ice cream to start out with because I did pick underweight, so I have a little bit less of a starting weight, so I kind of need some food to, fix that. There were a couple zombies outside of the house, but nothing too big to deal with. I found a fanny pack, which allowed me to get some quick encumbrance reduction. So if you've never played Project Zomboid, you have a sort of storage system or, weight system, which if you put things in backpacks, things just weigh less. So that's why I kind of need backpacks and stuff like this. I've also found a zombie that had a bunch of riot gear, so I got a bunch of riot gear giving me more protection, which means, of course, I'm more bite resistant, which I'll show you here in a bit. So I went inside this house and killed and cleared out some more zombies and just looked around for any items I could find. Some stuff like food, because again, got a little hungry and thirsty, so I found some milk to drink it, of course. And this is the protection I'm talking about. As you can see, all the green is basically how protected I am from bites, scratches, lacerations, etc., which I can get from zombies. So I went out to clear more of the town because I was going to go head towards the best place to become extremely armed during the zombie apocalypse. Of course, that's the police station, because it has all the guns and all the weapons I would need to fully be secure during this apocalypse. So I was outside the police station, just killed some zombies outside, then went inside, cleared even more zombies, and overall, it was not too bad clearing all of these zombies. So I went into the bathroom and had to rest for a bit because I did become a bit tired after killing a lot of zombies. So after all that was done, I just cleared out the rest of the zombies in the area, and everything was pretty good from there on. I found a gun and a holster, so this was my first gun, and yeah, it was pretty good. It was a 45 caliber, so it's not the best pistol, but it's a pretty good pistol. I then went to clear out the rest of the police station, found a zombie in the bathroom, and I shot at the zombie on the ground a few times, and it seems that all my shots just missed. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. So after that happened, I had also found that duffel bag inside of one of the locker room areas, and after coming outside, I found another zombie which I killed, and he had a shotgun. So that gave me a lot more firepower to use and was very, very helpful because I don't know if you know this, but a shotgun does tend to do a lot of damage when you're going against a bunch of zombies. So I also found a key on another zombie that I killed, which allowed me to gain access to the armory. Inside of the armory, there was a lot more guns, ammo, just a lot of everything useful. And this place would become pretty useful in the near future. So, with everything geared up, I found a sling as well to actually put my shotgun on the front so I could hold my lead pipe on my back. So with all that, I was pretty geared out and it was time to clear out the area. So I cleared out the rest of the zombies around the police station just with my metal pipe. I don't want to waste too much shotgun ammo by shotgunning unnecessarily. So with this, it was about 6 p.m. so I decided, it's time to head back into the house. So I climbed over, put my jacket on the dresser, and then I decided to go to sleep because the reason I decided to put the jacket up is because yeah, it just makes me heated too much. So if I have too much clothing on or warm clothing on during the summer, which right now it is in July in game, so that would mean basically it's hotter, meaning I sweat a lot more and all the clothes get wet, so that is not good. So that's why I'm just not gonna wear the jacket. So I watched the TV in the morning, and then I went outside and I finally used the shotgun that I couldn't use in my last Project Zomboid video. And after shooting that one bullet, I realized I might have alerted a horde, so I ran quickly into the medical building where I had to clear out so many zombies on the inside. Like, I looked for a bunch of things. I found some surgical gloves, looked for a bunch of things. I found some painkillers, but couldn't find beta blockers, which beta blockers make me less anxious when I'm shooting, if you don't know. So, like, my shooting is much more clear. And yeah, here's all the zombies I had to fight. They were just all coming after me in the back room, so I made my way out quickly, and there were zombies again waiting out for me, and the fog was not helping this because I could not tell where anything was because this entire place just had to be covered with fog. So I made my way outside of that whole mess and made my way to the bank and found this boxing zombie, and I thought, hey, pretty cool, boxing gloves. And I thought these were gonna be a weapon. No, they're just like surgical gloves, but like boxing gloves. I decided I'm not gonna wear them. And I don't know why, but I thought I'd get a lot more experience just from killing the zombies, which I get experience from killing zombies with a gun, but I don't know why I decided to shoot 2 zombies, because it ended up wasting a lot more slugs than I needed it to. So with that, I made my way back to the original house I started in and waited a bit for the next television program to pop up, which would allow me to get some Carpentry XP, because Carpentry would become very, very necessary later on in the apocalypse, which you will see maybe if I make another video on this. I don't know. But I made my way back out towards the church area where I got scratched here, and this was a kind of a yikes, because I didn't think that the zombie could like bite you through the window, but for some reason I guess the zombies just can. I don't know if someone can tell me why, but yeah, the zombie just bit me through the window. And I used my shotgun here to clear out the area, and this is where the horde starts to approach. It feels like I'm playing Left 4 Dead 2 right here, because all the zombies just start piling out. I didn't think there was going to be that many, but there is an entire horde of zombies here. So I have to run around, like, weave everywhere, in and out, and just a horde following me. It is like Left 4 Dead 2 I'm playing right now. It is crazy. So I am running away from them, shooting them, but I am gaining some aiming like points, which is very, very nice, because aiming allows me, well, self-explanatory, I can just aim better. So when I'm using like an assault rifle or something like that instead, it's going to be a lot easier to hit my shots. So that's why the shotgun is always the best gun to start with, because it's easier to hit your shots with. So I went back to the police station, and unfortunately I only had 1 box of shells that I had already used up. But I did find a Glock, and with that Glock, this was my new weapon to use. And again, shooting zombies on the floor. Let's just say it's a bit janky, and I kind of wasted a couple bullets killing another zombie. But with that out of the way, let me just say I headed to the fire station to clear that area out, because the fire station, pretty good place to clear out, and there were a couple zombies on the inside, so I decided, you know what, I'll come back later. So I just went to the neighborhoods and said, you know what, I'm gonna clear out the areas, see how it's doing. I tried to get in this house, broke 1 window, and then went in through the bathroom window to make sure that was all good. And with that cleared, I just cleared out the rest of this house, and everything seemed alright. So while I was in this house, I watched the 6 p.m. news to get some more levels that way. And I also noticed some empty bottles, and with those empty bottles, guess what I can do? I can finally get water bottles, which means I automatically drink water. It is on day 2 that I finally got those water bottles. So, start of day 3 now, and everything's looking up. I have some levels, everything's looking good for the early apocalypse. So, when I woke up, I noticed, yeah, there's just a zombie standing here in my house. They just broke in during the middle of the night, which is not good, and I was getting attacked quite a bit, and I didn't even kill all the zombies. They kept breaking in, and I said, you know what? I need a burger right now. So that's what I did. Just grabbed a burger, some french fries in the middle of a bunch of zombies attacking me. Probably not the best move, but hey man, a burger is a burger. It always is good. So I made my way outside of that house because it was coming a bit too dangerous. So yeah, out of that house I went, and I went back to the main road and decided to go to the bookstore. Now again, if you haven't played Project Zomboid, books in this game are very important. They allow you to get new skills and also like get better at things by reading them or level up quicker. So being in the bookstore was good, but I couldn't get any books because a lot of zombies were in the bookstore. So I had to run out, and I ran to the grocery store, tried to go around back, but again, everything was absolutely closed, so I could not get inside of the grocery store. And I went to the cars, and the cars were locked, so I just kind of ran by and went back to the neighborhood where more zombies were there. But while I was here, I decided to actually start checking garages because I wanted to look for, you know, a hammer. Because with a hammer, I'd be able to knock down doors, deconstruct, and do a lot more carpentry. Carpentry in this game is incredibly useful. It will allow me to build things like rain collectors in the future, storage boxes, doors, walls, everything. Like, carpentry is just amazing in this game, so I need that done. So I went to a TV around 12 o'clock because 12 o'clock is when the carpentry show happens, so I watched that and then just ran around for a couple hours, and it was already getting towards 6 on day 3. So I was getting tired already. It was not even like 6 o'clock, and I was just getting tired, so I ran around for a bit and kind of just waited a while until the 6 p.m. news happened. So I just ran around the neighborhoods, cleared out everything, made sure everything was fine. I just wanted to clear out, make everything safe. So I ran around until I found this red house, and this red house became kind of the place where I would, I guess, stay for the rest of the night. So I washed myself off, made sure everything was good, and decided to go to sleep. And didn't really do much else for the rest of the night. So that was all good, and that night was over. So with that, day 4 has officially started, and it's a fog day. I really don't like the fog days. They're not very good. So it was around 8 p.m. around the start of the day, and what I decided to do is go back to the bookstore that I hadn't finished looting originally. Again, books in this game, incredibly useful. And I found just the golden peak of books. I found how to use generators. This book is just incredible. Generators in this game allow you to use power once the main power goes out, which the main power will go out after 30 days. So that will become eventually useful if I keep this, I guess, save going and all that. So that will become incredibly useful in the future. So I went towards the grocery store just to get more food because, again, I always need food. I should probably start carrying food or looking into getting a lot of non-perishables, or use all the perishable food first so that I can keep all the non-perishable food. So I just ran around for a bit and decided to look for some more hardware tools and everything I could need in that case. So in this garage, I just looked for more items that I could find, and then I went inside the house nearby and watched TV, and decided this time I would just read a couple books for a while. Yeah, that's what I kind of did. I just read some books for a while, made sure everything was good, because again, books incredibly useful, and it helped get my skills up. So I wanted to get electrical and mechanical up, and everything with that would allow me to finally start taking cars. So I'll talk more about cars when I start getting to actually needing a car. So I, again, went back up to the bedroom, just started reading until it was midnight. So around midnight, finally, I went to sleep, set the alarm for 6 a.m. or about 5:50, so I could wake up in time for the cooking show in the morning, which will, again, cooking allows me to make better meals, of course, so, you know, I can actually have something good to eat during the apocalypse. So I went into the nearby shed, got me a metal bar, because mine broke, so I could finally use another good melee weapon and kill some zombies. a bit quicker. As you can see, this weapon, again, I say this every time, incredibly useful. It's a really, really good weapon. All these weapons, incredibly useful. Anything you get, incredibly useful. And I started here after reading the mechanics and the electrical books. I finally started disassembling cars because I need to get my skills up to electrical 1 and mechanics 2 to be able to hotwire a car. Now, I also wanted to build a assembly workbench. So with this would allow me to make a bunch of different items, like the laboratory equipment. Now, I read a couple magazines, which if you read the descriptions of the magazines I got, stuff like virology course, lab equipment, what it allows me to do is start making a laboratory. And that circles back to the whole reason why I am a doctor. You see, I have a sort of mod for my mod pack that I'm going to be using for this playthrough. Basically, it allows me to sort of make a cure for the virus, but it takes quite a long time. And so that's why I'm a doctor, you know. I need to start working towards working on a cure, because I actually will have a fighting chance to actually survive if I can get this made. So those magazines that I found became incredibly useful. But I did also find a car, finally, because just one of those cars had a key in it, and I drove all the way up to the gas station, and yeah, there were probably the most zombies I've ever seen during this playthrough at that gas station. That gas station was incredibly packed. Like, I'm talking every single zombie in the town had to be at that gas station. So that was wild, and I just drove all the way back down to the fire department because it's a little bit less packed at the fire department, as you can see. So that's a bit safer of a place. So I cleared out the zombies here. Then I decided to, after that, just basically finish off everything there, and then I headed up to a bed and read until I went to sleep, and then woke up in the morning, just worked on washing off, then decided to sit down, you know, relax around the TV, watch a bit of the TV, head outside, and again, this is like the third time now, it was a fog day. Now, fog days are very annoying for, I wonder, the main reason, I don't know, fog? So I decided, you know what, I'm going to be a bit cautious today. I did a bit of mechanics during the day and then looked around for some more of the things I need to make the assembly bench, like screwdrivers, hammers, saws, all that. But I decided, you know what, I want to get out for this day, you know, do a bit more progression towards what I needed to do. So I decided to make my way through the town and just make my way through and try to get some food and survive and progress. So I headed around up to a house and everything was looking pretty good. No zombies were really trying to break in at this point, so everything was pretty good. And then I worked around this neighborhood, just making my way around, looking to different houses to get some more food, cleared out some more zombies in the area. Everything was looking pretty good. So yeah, just cleared out the rest of the area for the day, and this day, honestly, it wasn't too interesting for this day because, again, raining and fog is not really a good combo when it comes to trying to make crazy progression, because I can't see anything, meaning I don't want to crash my car, meaning I don't really want to go out, because overall, yeah, I'm going to crash the car probably, and that would not be the best thing. So I eventually had to run back to my house because one of the alarms of the houses decided to go off. So I went back to my original house and said, you know what, I'm going to shut all the curtains and I'm going to go to sleep, and we're going to see how the day goes. So I went to sleep, woke up at 4 a.m., and officially this is going to be day 7. So now that it's day 7, I just basically have to survive for today. And if everything goes good, I will have survived 7 days in Project Zomboid. So with that, I went to this original house that's all like broken up and people are moving out of, it seems, because there's a lot of moving boxes. And I was going to try and watch TV, but yeah, this was the house that kind of got broken into. So It's not really good when it comes to trying to watch TV, you know, there without getting, I don't know, chased by a bunch of zombies. So I kind of had to head to another place up the street that I could make my way to, where I found another TV and was luckily still able to watch some TV. And I had to use my hammer to kill some of these zombies, because, again, one of my melee weapons broke, so I only had a hammer. So, yeah, it's not really good to kill zombies with a hammer, because I kind of need the hammer for, again, carpentry, because, yeah, so I just don't want the hammer to break. I tried going back up to the gas station to see if the zombies had cleared out of the area, and no, they hadn't. So I went back down towards the church area, and in the logging company vehicles, what I had found was amazing. There was an axe in one of the back of the cars, meaning I was able to kill a lot more zombies because this axe was just amazing. And I was able to repair it because there was a bunch of duct tape and wood glue in the area, so I was able to kill a bunch of zombies and have a pretty good condition axe. So I watched some more of the Carpentry show, and again, this is my last day with TV broadcast, because if you don't know, TV broadcasts on Project Zomboid will shut off after 7 days, meaning I won't be able to get more XP that way. So I had to basically make the most of it, and here I got scratched, and it was a moderate scratch, which I hadn't seen. I think it's one of the mods I have, but yeah, it was a little bit worrisome that I got a scratch on this day, and so hopefully everything would be good. So I just made my way around the area through to another house, and there were a lot of zombies here, and I'm pretty sure the zombie hitting the window was basically making more zombies come to my area. So I made my way out, and I was still bleeding and scratched, and yeah, this was not a good position to be in. So I kind of just ran around and made my way towards another place where I would sleep, and then that would be the end of the 7 days. So I also checked my bandage after that was all over, and yeah, I was good. And so with that, thank you for watching if you enjoyed this video. And yep, that was the 7 days. So with that, if you want to see 30 days, just let me know. I'll do 30 days if this video does good. And yep, thanks for watching, and peace.